Today I am going to explain you about the graphical representation of commutative frequency distribution. Now there are two types of this commutative frequency distribution. First is less than type commutative frequency distribution and the more than type commutative frequency distribution. This type of graph is the graph between upper limit of the class intervals and the corresponding commutative frequency of that class interval. Here for plotting the point, we are considering the upper limit as our x-coordinate and corresponding commutative frequency as the y-coordinate. Why we are considering the upper limit here? We are writing the class intervals in this manner: 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, like this for our regular frequency distribution. These class intervals we are converting into the less than type commutative frequency as less than 10, less than 20, less than 30, less than 40, like this. That means for the less than type commutative frequency distribution, we are considering the upper limits of the class interval. And therefore here we consider the upper limit as our x-coordinate. Thus we have to take the upper limit on the x-axis and corresponding commutative frequency on the y-axis. Now plot the points with these coordinates. After plotting the points, you join the points by a freehand smooth curve. Then you will get the graph which is commutative upward, Why this is commutative upward? Because while taking the while converting the frequency distribution table into the commutative frequency distribution, we are converting the frequencies into the commutative frequencies. Those commutative frequencies we are writing from in the ascending order. That means keeping the frequency of the first class interval as it is, we are on adding. That means we are adding the frequencies from first class interval to the last class interval. There we will get the frequencies, commutative frequencies in the ascending order. That means from lower to or smaller to the bigger, and therefore this graph is commutative upward. Similarly, for the more than type commutative frequency distribution, this graph is between the lower limit of the class interval and the corresponding commutative frequencies of the class interval. That means we are taking lower limit as our x-coordinate and corresponding commutative frequency as the y-coordinate here. Again, when we are going to convert this regular frequency distribution to the more than type commutative frequency distribution, we are writing the class intervals as more than or equal to 0, more than or equal to 10, more than or equal to 20, more than or equal to 30. That means for this type of frequency distribution, we are considering the lower limit here. So we are taking lower limit as our x-coordinate here. That means we have to take these lower limits along the x-axis and corresponding commutative frequencies along y-axis. Now plot these points, you will get a graph like this. After plotting the points, join these points by a freehand smooth curve, you will get this type of edging, and it is cumulated downward. And it is cumulated upward. Why this is cumulated downward? Because in the more than type frequency distribution, commutative frequency distribution, we are writing the commutative frequencies by adding them from the last class interval to the first class interval. That means we are writing those commutative frequencies in the descending order, and therefore we will get this edging in the downward direction, or it is cumulated downward. Now these two concepts we are again going to explain with the help of examples. Now let us consider one example for the less than type frequency distribution. Now here the class intervals are given and the corresponding frequencies are given. Now calculate the cumulative frequencies. Keep the first frequency of the first class interval as it is. Then add 12 in this 15, you will get 27 here. So this 27 plus 8 is 35, 55 plus this 20 is 55. So we got the cumulative frequencies here. Now here along the x-axis we are taking upper limits. That means these upper limits we are taking on the along the x-axis, and along y-axis the corresponding cumulative frequencies we are taking. So here our first point is 10, 50. Now plot this point on the graph, that is 10, 15. So 10 and along y-axis 15 here, in between 10 and 20, 50. So this is our first point, 10, 50. Now the next point is 20, 27. That is the upper limit and cumulative frequency, corresponding cumulative frequency. So 20, 10, 27 is the next point. These are the coordinates of the next point. So 20 on the x-axis and 27 before 33 lines, 3 mm before 30. So here you will get the point 20, 27. The next point is 8, 35. Sorry, 30, 35, not 8. Upper limit, that is 30, 35. So here this is your point 30, 35. 30, 35 here. And the last point is 40, 55. Now plot this point 40, 55. So this is 40, 55. Now join these 4 points by a free hand smooth curve. Don't use the scale for joining these points. So it is known as the free hand smooth curve, and you will get the less than type ogive here. Now this is cumulated upward. This is cumulated upward. Let us start exercise 14.4. I am reading the first question. The following distribution gives the daily income of 50 workers of a factory. The daily income in rupees are given as a class intervals and the corresponding number of workers given here. Now convert the distribution above to a less than type cumulative frequency distribution and draw this again. Now I have converted here this frequency distribution into the cumulative frequency. Now here the class intervals are given, the number of workers, that is the frequencies, are given, and now calculate the cumulative frequency. You have to write first frequency as it is as a cumulative frequency. Now in this cumulative frequency add the next frequency, that is 12 plus 14 is 26. Now this 26 plus 8, 34, 34 plus 6, 40, and this 40 plus 10 is 50. Now these are our cumulative frequencies which are in ascending order. Now we have to write the coordinates, that is for the less than type frequency cumulative frequency distribution we are considering the upper limits of the class interval. So upper limit 120 and as a x coordinate and 12 as y coordinate. 140 upper limit as x coordinate and 26 as y coordinate for the second class interval. Now this for the third class interval 160, 34 are the coordinates for the third class interval. Now 180, 40 are the coordinates for the fourth class interval, that means for the fourth point, and for the fifth point 200, 50 are the coordinates for the fifth point. Now this frequency distribution I am going to show on the graph. For that I am going to draw the ogive from these coordinates.